Good evening and welcome back to Drakkenheim. This is the Dungeon Dudes weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live stream campaign. My name is Monty Martin, running our game as Dungeon Master.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, playing Austin Edwards, the Paladin of Conquest. And we're joined today by our good friends.
Jill Donitis playing Wyatt Wilkins, the Paladin of
Vengeance.
Vengeance. That's it. I was like, where is it? Vengeance.
And Joe O'Gorman playing Buttanax, the human bard of valor.
Our wonderful little group of 6th level paladins and their accompanied bard are going to continue once again with our delve into the world of the Silver Order. But if you are just joining us for the very first time, we are the Dungeon Dudes. We post videos every Thursday on our YouTube channel where we cover everything Dungeons & Dragons, including advice for players and guides for Dungeon Masters. You can check us out at youtube.com/dungeondudes.
You can also join us on Tuesday nights when we record the campaign live on Twitch. Check us out from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. And you can watch all of the previous episodes of our show on YouTube as well.
Of course, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store where you can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes t-shirts like Troll Killer and some new ones from Shadows of Drakkenheim. Check out bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch.
And this week's episode of our show, we are very pleased to say, has been sponsored by Easy Roller Dice. Easy Roller Dice is running a new Kickstarter right now for their color spray dice. And if you've never checked them out before, Easy Roller makes some of the best, most affordable, colorful, and super durable dice out there. We've been rolling their dice for a while now. We've been using their dice trays as well, and their Kickstarter campaign is a great opportunity to get a huge quantity of really nice dice at a really good price as well. Many years ago, I got a pound of dice from Easy Roller Dice, and so these are nice, affordable dice. If you're not the type that likes the metal dice, or the you don't want to spend $100 on a set of dice, and you'd rather spend $100 and get a handful of like 2 handfuls of dice, this is the Kickstarter for you. So check that out. You can also check out their regular dice stock at easyrollerdice.com as well. With that, I think we are all set to delve back into our usual play. For those of you wondering, these are the Untold Tales of Drakkenheim, and this is the last leg of our Untold Tales as we finish our journey exploring side stories of the 5 factions of Drakkenheim, all based around the events of our original Dungeons of Drakkenheim campaign. This episode is a continuation. This is part 2 of our story. So if you haven't catched it, part 1, it's already on YouTube. But if you're okay with jumping in the middle of a story, follow along with us. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll give you a brief recap in a moment. But after this, for those of you wondering, we're going to take 2 weeks off, and then Shadows of Drakkenheim is coming back. So we are going to be jumping right back into season 2 of our original campaign with Rudy, Wilhelm, and Wrath. We'll have the dates posted for that very, very shortly, but we're going to take a couple weeks off just to relax, take a bit of what little vacation we can. I have to read over all my notes again.
I think I have to rewatch the last few episodes and figure out what the heck was going on.
Who is he?
Who is Wilhelm and Wrath and Rudy? We'll figure it out.
Yeah. But the Untold Tales of Drakkenheim have been our experiment at playing remotely online together, which we had never done together prior to this. We're used to playing together in person. We didn't necessarily want to compromise our vision of Shadows of Drakkenheim by playing online while we were figuring it out. And in retrospect, I think that was the best choice because we had a bumpy road, a couple tech glitches and everything. But I feel now that we've come up to a high standard where we can offer like 95, like something really, really great and still have a great dynamic in there. So This has been a really awesome experience for us. We really appreciate all the feedback that everyone has given about the experience of watching us play online, using battle maps like we're using Roll20 still currently. We still might check out Foundry VTT and a few other VTTs, but we're really comfortable with the mode that we've found. So we're probably going to continue on with what we got because it works really, really nicely for us. For frame of reference as well, I've been sourcing all sorts of great maps from a lot of great creators. The maps that you've been seeing from this session and this one are made by are all created by Neutral Party, I believe, is the creator of these maps. I'll double check on that. I've also used maps by 2 Minute Tabletop and maps from Wizards of the Coast directly, as well as maps that I've created in Dungeon Draft and our really good friends at Dungeon Fog as well. So if you're wondering where all the assets come from, those are all those places. Be sure to check all those creators out, whether you want to get pre-made maps or make them yourself. Fantastic sources for all that stuff. With that, I think we're all ready to dive in. Yeah,
I reckon we are.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Boy, howdy.
So, as night falls, several miles north of the city of Drakkenheim, all along the dusty cobblestone road that eventually becomes Market Row in Drakkenheim, but for now, just another street trailing off to the north. Amongst the desolate farmsteads and foreboding forests north of Drakkenheim, our heroes stand a few miles off the road where in the distance the fiery lights of bonfires can be seen surrounding a fortified camp along the top of a hill. Our three paladins have traced down a shipment of delirium being clandestinely smuggled out of the ruins of Drakkenheim, having managed to cause a stunning series of reversals, resulting in the destruction of the dastardly cargo. Our heroes of the Silver Order now are tasked with having destroyed the delirium. They now seek to find out where exactly was it going. And so they stand outside this campsite with only a name on their lips that the shipment was bound here to be sorted out to its final destination by someone known as the Snail. As you drag out the remains of the carriage that you chased down and stole and then destroyed and have now lit on fire, as the muffled screams from a trunk within are barely heard over the crackling flames, what will you do next?
I just want to point out we destroyed it, then we fixed it, and then we wrote it a little longer, and then destroyed it again.
It's for the good of the lat. The good of our order. We're just doing what we were told to do, finding the information. How it gets done?
The light will cleanse this land as it's cleansing this cart right here.
But Inox closes the lid, sits on top of it. So, I think we have a plan of formulating.
I suppose we do.
Our best bet is to not take on this camp all at once, but maybe we can get some people out here, get them to answer some questions and give us some knowledge about how we might be able to either infiltrate or get our way to the Snail in this fortress.
I reckon if we can get a few of them to come on out, we might be able to convince them to give up the Snail for their lives. And if we can get talking to the Snail, we can maybe find out where this delirium was headed in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, as the cart burns, its embers soaring up into the night air, the flame clearly visible from the overlook of the camp you can see just in the evening there's a bit of commotion by the palisade gates, and as you look carefully into the night sky, you can see there's a break in the palisade wall, because you can tell there's a door or a gate opening, and you can see more of the light spilling out from the gates. And there's a few folk that are coming towards you. They'll be here soon. What are you going to do?
Buddy, would you kindly?
All right, compadres. It looks like it's showtime. And I touch both of you, and I'm going to cast invisibility as a 3rd level spell, and I'm going to turn you both invisible.
And I whisper, now, buddy, go on and sing your song and bring them over here. Add to that flame and that light. Draw them in like moths. We'll get them.
I've got your back, buddy. I'll be right beside you.
I'll play a nice campfire song. So I pull out my trusty blue lute. Oh, we're sitting by the fire. We're waiting for the snail. He's coming quite slowly, kind of like the mail. We're waiting for him to show his face so we can show him who's coming down to kick his butt. It's the 3 of us. Austin, Wyatt, and you. That's me. It's you.
Did you just give up the invisible party that you are hiding?
They have to really listen to the lyrics. It's a test. It's a test.
Just talking about the horses, right?
Oh, where's my cinnamon gone? Run away so fast. There's a piece that's missing in my heart, and I need to make it last.
As you strum away on your guitar, a group of people approach you through the darkness. Of course, the light as you sit on the trunk, strumming on your guitar, with the light of the burning cart behind you, you see them approach through the edge of the darkness that borders between the camp and yourself. And as they step into the end, they step forward. Several of them they're drawn up with bandanas over their faces. Some of them have goggles down. Some of them are many of them are clad in leather dusters. A few of them have their hair drawn up wildly or tied up in a bandana as well. All of them are carrying crossbows in various sizes. Some of them large, heavy crossbows. Some of them a pair of 2-hand crossbows with a strange cartridge of repeater ammunition in them. A few of them carrying rapiers. Unmistakably, highwaymen. There's 8 of them that come up. A thin woman steps out from the front of the group, her face covered by a bandana, her eyes covered by the hood that is drawn up alongside it as well, and she has a crossbow that she holds in 2 hands, and she says, "Strange place to make camp, don't you think? Even stranger to be singing songs in the middle of the night."
I was hoping to attract some attention. You see, my card here, it's a little out of commission, and when I'm at my wit's end, I find some peace of mind in the soothing delights of my own lyrical genius.
Too bad there aren't any farmsteads or any folk around here that you can get some help with, maybe. Find a Wainwright, repair your wagon. Real shame we had to run them all out. This is our territory. If you want to camp here for the night, You best be gone by morning.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. But as you can see here, my cart is a little beyond repair. I really got to make sure I get this chest to its rightful owner, and I give it 2 big slaps.
There's a muffled sound from within. She says, "All right, cut it. Where's the gore man?"
Oh, he couldn't be here, but he made sure to send his warmest welcomes to the snail. I understand he's looking for this here chest.
Everything's all good inside?
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, couldn't quite make it to the front door. As you can see here, the dolly went upside down. But I think if somebody helped me with the last few feet, we could make it worth your while.
She shifts a little bit.
We're looking for. I've been looking for the snail. Is he here?
Yeah, he's here. But I can take it from here.
Who are you?
Stacy. Numbers, Stacy.
It's a pleasure to meet you. It wouldn't be in my employer's best interest if I were to just hand off such a precious treasure. It's probably best if I could just get to make the handoff, personally.
The only person makes the handoff personally is the gore man. And he ain't here. And I don't know you. So
it looks like this chest might be staying in my possession longer than neither of us intend to. I'm sure you know more than anyone, Numbers Stacy, that the snail don't like to be left waiting.
But I also know my numbers. And I'm seeing one of you and 8 of us. So how about you just get off your perch and walk away? And the others cock you hear the sound of the crossbows being drawn back and the bolts being loaded. There's like that click sort of noise, and some of them step into the light and lower the crossbows at you.
Okay, Stacy, no need to be doing anything sudden and foolish. I may not be Numbers by name, but I'm a numbers man by sight, and I can tell when I might be a little bit outnumbered. Numbered. So many. Trying to be so cool. Why don't if your boys can help me take it from here, then I'd be more than obliged to step away. And I'm gonna get up off the chest and start to kind of back away from the chest, but towards like just to the side of the group.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
Let them
We never discussed the signal.
18.
Okay. She says,
Why do we always forget that?
You guys all know. I always trust you.
As the guys come forward, one of the highwaymen said, "Say, how did he get this cart here without any horses all by himself?"
Where are the horses?
Oh, we ran them like they're off in the woods somewhere.
Are they? Okay.
Oh, the horses took off when the car went down. Being alone, I couldn't wrestle them up quite as quick as I wanted to. I don't have it in me anymore. I was more interested in the cargo.
Right. She has a few of the guys rustle up, and 4 of them put down their crossbows and go to heft up this lead-lined chest. Takes 4 of them to pick it up, and they start carrying it together with both. And so they sling the crossbows over their backs. 4 of them pick it up, and then the other 2, and then the other 3 that are with Stacy. One of them keeps his crossbow trained on you. He says, "You don't come around here again."
Not even for deliveries?
You come around here alone again, without anyone else with you, you're not getting any further than this.
Well,
We don't know you.
you'll be happy to know that I never travel alone. I never travel alone.
And then from the back, one of the guys feels a knock in the back of the skull.
Alrighty, roll for initiative.
I said I never.
Wink, wink.
I thought I did not think that we were gonna
I
go
wasn't
for it.
sure. I was like, oh, I don't know.
And I rolled really poorly. So so Austin also didn't know that we were going for it.
It's like we're just watching.
Rolled all right. Middle of the pack.
Well, looks like we're going for it. So, let's do it to it. So,
10.
5.
okay, we'll bring it down over here to the corner. Let's just zoom in a little bit on what we got. Okay. All right.
It'll work.
So,
And
Buddy Knox, you're by the cart here. The horses have run off, so we're gonna send them off there. And
Cinnamon's almost done anyway. Still.
Okay.
Doesn't have much left in her.
And then here's what we'll have here. We'll put in. Here's the 4 of the highwaymen that are carrying the trunk. All right. And then we'll have number Stacy right there. And then we got a couple more of the others. That's 1 too many, I think, though. There we go. Awesome. So there's number Stacy and the rest. And then Austin and Wyatt, where are you going to be hiding?
And I was kind of just standing off to the side. So I was kind of like near Buddy in case something went south. So I'm going to put myself right there.
Yeah, because we don't really have. It's just kind of an empty field, right?
Yeah.
I was going to be kind of here. But standing really still.
And then what do we get for initiative?
10.
10 for Wyatt.
12.
12 for Buddy Knox.
5.
5 for Austin. Okay. So everyone rolled really bad for initiative, and Buddy Knox, you're actually going to be first to go. And I'm going to give you surprise, given the ambush that you've set up.
Oh, a thank you. A thank you, kind sir.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna run up to Stacy Chambers.
Numbers?
Stacy.
Stacy. Numbers Stacy. And I go, I never travel alone. I'm still doing the calling outline, and I'm just gonna try to stick her with my rapier. Ooh, I get like an 8.
As you clumsily come forward with your rapier to stab Stacy, she reacts at the last moment and flings into a defensive posture.
And then I gather myself, and then I come back again for a 19.
That is a hit.
So I fantastic recovery, if I do say so. For 11 damage.
All right. Stabbing her in just off the belly, you slice with the rapier. Maybe she got your point, but she grasps down at the wound, grits her teeth, and she is no longer surprised after that. Wyatt Wilkins, it's your turn.
Oh, and I'm gonna throw one. Can I use, even though they're invisible, can I give inspiration? Because they have to hear me, right?
They have to be able to hear you, yeah.
So I'm going to give an inspiration to Wyatt.
Okay.
All right. I come up behind this gentleman, all invisible like, and hit him over the head with a maul.
All right, you have advantage.
Woohoo! I'm going to use... Do I have to tell you what it is first and then decide if I use the inspiration, or I have to decide while I'm rolling?
You can use it after you roll, but before you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use it then. Oh, yeah, okay. 22 to hit.
That's slam dunk.
Destruction on his head. And you know what? No, I won't smite him. I'll leave that for later. Okay, because of my great weapon feature, I can re-roll 2s and 1s, and I rolled a 2 and a 1, so I'm going to re-roll both of those. 18 damage.
Stepping out invisibly, just as the maul impacts against the head of the highwayman, teeing his head off his shoulders.
Awesome.
Is he dead? Did he die?
Extremely.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
He's a chicken. He just starts running around.
So I'm now not invisible, and they see this Maul-tastic Wyatt Wilkins coming at them. I move over to take my second attack at this gentleman right here. Oh, that's a 3 to hit, so no. But then I'm going to use my bonus action. When I reduce a creature to 0, I can make 1 melee attack as a bonus action. So I'm going to do that against this gentleman again.
Yep.
Oh, 9 to hit.
The man, seeing you stumble forward over the headless corpse of his friend, he drops the part of the chest that he's holding, and the maul comes down, and you slam it twice against it with a resounding crack.
I say, yeah, see, he's not alone.
Our bandits are surprised.
Yeah,
Austin, it is your turn.
Wyatt.
So in the grass, you hear a thud, thud, thud as heavy footsteps come running up. And I come up next to Buddy, spinning my flail, which nobody can see, and just crack numbers Stacy. And you hear a voice out of nowhere yell, "Your number's up, Stacy."
Oh, nice.
Oh!
And I get advantage, yes.
Mhm.
That's going to be 23.
It's a hit. Yeah.
Awesome. Um,
Yeah, do it. Do it.
but we still have the snail. You know what? Okay, yeah. Let's smite her.
Okay.
Let's do a smite. So out of nowhere, your number's up, Stacy. I get 11 damage. That was the best smite, but it'll do.
Wow, that was actually a really
I
sad
rolled
smite.
a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Wow. So the gleaming blast comes out, and you smash her in the shoulder, and a blaze of light shines out as you smite her, and she cries out in pain.
I now fully visible. I swing it back around and come up with the uppercut on the flail, getting a 18 to hit.
The uppercut hits her on the base of the chin.
Dealing an extra 9 damage.
Nice.
She is bloodied, but still standing.
Very well.
Top of the round with Buddy Knox.
Seeing her as they're engaging, I turn to the group that's like the group of them, and I'm gonna cast fairy fire on the group of these ones. So it's a 20-foot cube. Do you think I could get at least the 6 of them?
You can get with the 20-foot cube. Yeah, sure. You could aim it so that half of them are in the area, half of them aren't. So if you want to get all 6 of them, the 3 of them get I'm going to give 3 of them advantage on their saving throw because they're not fully in the area. But if you want to get 5 of them, they all you could get.
I can get all 5, right?
Yeah,
easily.
You get the 4 clustered together and the 5th one that's the furthest away.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. The 2 right beside Wyatt fail their saving throws. I also get a 12 doesn't succeed, does it? No?
15.
And the furthest one away. Wow, they all fail.
Yes.
And they glow a slight like fiery crackly orange, to make them really easy to see.
See the light reflected in my eyes and the gleam of.
Or no, they're the
Vengeance!
gold for the paladins. Gold for the paladins. They have a gold glow.
Okay. Numbers Stacy rolls and roils and drops her crossbow and draws out a wicked cutlass and a dagger, and she slices at she turns around, so she's like, you got friends? And she turns to the one at the furthest reach, and she says, we'll hold them off. Get back to camp. And she attacks you, buddy.
Hey.
Getting an 11 and an 18 to hit.
Both miss.
Really? And I get another 17, but I guess that's also a miss. So she...
that triggers my sentinel.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So while she swings at Buddy, I clock her again with a flail. So I come in as she's swinging her sword. Oh boy. I only get a 12 to hit.
She manages to kind of weave through the melee. As her attacks miss, she kind of hesitates off as you bring yours in. I kind of imagine that she goes to attack Buddy Knox the first time. You come in with a swing, and she kind of pulls back as she swipes back, and that kind of creates this bunch of whiffs in the swirling melee.
But it still looks cool.
The 3 of us are just engaged in a 3-way battle.
Yeah. Wyatt, it's your turn.
I'm like, yeah! And I start swinging my maul around in both hands, and so I have advantage on either 5 of these guys.
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Take my maul. 15 to hit.
A palpable hit.
Oh yes. Okay. Woo.
Get him, Wyatt.
24 damage on the one in front of me.
He's not going to survive that. What happens?
Oh, he just gets like right in the chest, and he just collapses to the ground.
He just like the maul right in the chest
Crunch.
caves in his chest cavity.
Yeah.
Right? He's kind of heaving on the ground as like the broken ribs puncture his lungs, so he's just like gasping for his last breath.
And as he does that, I take a step over him and right to the guy beside me. 13 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh. Roll that one to another one, anyways. 20 damage.
What?
And this one?
And also, like, I catch him right in the side of the neck and jaw, and you just hear a crunch.
Oh.
It's a heavy maul. And with my bonus action, because I killed those guys, I'm going to move. And since I know this guy is going to be trying to get away, I'm going to take my bonus action, use my Great Weapon Master for a 18 to hit.
It's a hit too.
Oh boy. 19 damage.
So this guy, I imagine, is already turning to run, and you swing forward with the maul and catch him by the bottom of the foot.
Yeah.
And he falls over face down on the ground, and you just bury the maul in the back of his spine.
Oh, yes!
And then I kind of like
Leaning
lean on my
up.
maul, and I just say, I got these guys, you get her.
Apparently.
All
This
right.
is the Wyatt show.
Oh. What? Wild
These
West.
two bravely jump forward as this guy runs past you.
Oh, damn.
And dashes, continuing along further away. And as these two come up, the first one comes forward, and he's actually going to try to knock you prone. Make an opposed strength check. He comes over and kind of tackles you.
No, 6.
So he knocks you to the ground, and the other guy comes right up beside you and takes his mace and starts smashing you in the back.
I mean, I deserve it.
Getting a 18 and an 11 to hit.
18 hits.
Or sorry, an 18 to hit and a 15 to hit. I didn't roll with advantage, but there we go. That's actually going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are knocked prone.
I'm on one knee like a gnat should be.
And one of them says, "Pete, run as fast as you can. Tell him back at the camp. We got him."
But you get back here!
Austin, it's your turn.
So, without really moving, Austin kind of steps to the side of Buddy, and he points at the guy running away, and he goes, "Now you stop now." And he's going to cast Hold Person on him.
Uh-oh. I get a 4.
And he stops right in his tracks, and like you almost see like a divine energy, kind of like a light almost like shines on him for a second as he just stops dead in his tracks. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be it.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Nice.
good.
Okay. Buddy Knox. It's your turn.
I'm gonna take I think I'm gonna try to finish off Numbers Stacy. So continuing my assault, I'm gonna take a couple of quick hits at her. A critical miss. So I'm like, yeah. And then when Austin steps in front of me, I lose sight for a second, and then I go, huh, and I just stick it into the ground beside her. And 10.
No,
And
no. You need to fight better than that if you're going to attack her.
And then I yell. I go, Austin, get her, and I give you a bardic inspiration.
Is that a D8 or a D6?
Be inspired by my lack of competence.
You got this, Austin. D8, yeah.
Wonderful.
Seeing Austin having grasped out to cast a spell against Sneaky Pete back there, Numbers Stacy goes to lay into Austin, making her attacks against him, getting a 23 and a 20 to hit with her scimitar, and a 15 to hit with her dagger.
Only the 23 hits.
Now you can use
the 20 doesn't hit.
I have an AC of 21. I took the defense or the protection defense.
Right.
Fighting
so
style.
Good.
Full plate, shield, and defense.
How many hits?
One
was
hit.
It? You can use your combat inspiration to roll that bardic inspiration to add it to your AC against an attack.
In that case, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to add 4 to my AC. As long as he still has his reaction. Yeah, this turn I do. I used it last time. So as she comes at me, I'm still holding my hand out, holding the guy in place, and I raise my shield and bash away her attacks, each and every one of them.
Because I go, watch out! Watch out, Austin!
Thank you for the inspiration, buddy.
Wyatt, it's your turn.
All right. Knowing the sneaky guy behind me is frozen in place still, I get up from my prone position with the light in my eyes, and I say, "You will not stop us from our duty." And these guys both have the fairy fire, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Run right in front of me. 13.
A hit.
Oh, I'm gonna reroll both of those because I got 2s. Well, 19 damage.
They cannot survive that.
Oh, you're so lucky. I just rolled away from a 20. 19 to hit. And that is 21 damage. And then I go...
You stumble to your feet. I just imagine you stand up and just take one swing and just batter them back. And it's a strong enough swing that it like you meant to kind of push them off you, but they died from just the force of the blow.
My pure strength, and I flex as I get up as well. And now I have half movement, right?
Yep. You lose. Okay. Yeah, you lose half your movement standing up.
I think that's 15 feet away.
Oh.
So I make it beside. Now I yell over the others. I'm like, do we keep this one or that one?
I say we keep Numbers alive because the snail will be looking for her.
You don't even get to finish that sentence. All I hear is Numbers, and I use my bonus action to swipe. Oh, I'm going to reroll because I don't get because he doesn't have fairy fire. I only rolled a 5 on that one.
To hit this guy, he's paralyzed, so you have advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 10 then.
Remarkably, that does not hit this paralyzed dude.
And I'm still gleaming over from hitting the other two, and I just kind of swing too early before I actually get to him, and I'm gonna say, "You stay where you are."
He does get a saving throw at the end of his turn to shake the paralysis, which he gets a 15 on.
That will do it.
And you feel the spell break off of him, and he stumbles forward, moving to run forward, but that's at the end of his turn. Austin.
I'm going to go ahead and ask Numbers. I'm going to say to Numbers, listen here, Numbers Stacy. I think the odds are against you now. Are you willing to cooperate?
You see her counting the bodies on the ground.
All with mall holes in them.
Continue to fight. It just doesn't add up, she says.
Then I say we cut a deal. I mean, I'm not gonna attack her any further if she's willing to cooperate with us.
All right. What's the deal?
We're gonna put on some of these here dusters, and we're gonna walk this cart, this trunk here, over to the snail, and we're gonna say hello.
So you want an introduction?
That's all we're asking for.
You know that
That's
once
all.
you know that once I can get you in, but I can't promise you a way out.
Well, by the looks of the people you keep around here, we won't have much trouble getting out.
I wouldn't necessarily count on that. But if that's what you want to talk to the snail?
Absolutely.
That's fine. You better hope that you got something nice to show him. She says, all right.
Bring Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete comes back with Wyatt. What are you going to do with Sneaky Pete?
I say we gag them and get them to help us carry this here trunk into their camp. What do you guys think?
Number Stacy says, Sneaky Pete, you want to live? And he nods. It's like, all right. These fine gentlemen want to talk to the snail. So we're going to let them talk to the snail. And then afterwards, well, at least we won't be the ones getting buried.
Hey, fellas, the way they're talking, it would be great if there was one less of them here to try to bury us. We only need one person to give us an introduction. I'm just saying.
What?
Is there room in the trunk?
Is there room in the trunk?
Is there, Mati, is there room in the trunk?
Well, you stuffed 2 people in there.
I mean, how
Yep.
big's the trunk?
Yeah. So is it? We got room for one more. Is it a party? I mean, I got 2 strong paladins that can help me close the lid.
That might be the limit there.
Why, the light says that it's our duty to cleanse this here land. So, if I turn my back and you feel it's appropriate to cleanse that there Sneaky Pete with a maul to the face, I ain't gonna stop you.
You know what? I don't feel quite right about just straight up when they're willing to do it, but could we tie him to a tree somewhere at least? He doesn't have to come with us.
We could tie him to the burning cart.
I mean, we could, but
Now,
I think that would be the same thing as me taking my maul to him. But
now,
is there
paladins.
is there a
Now-
forest
Alright.
like trees nearby, Monty?
Yeah, there is.
Okay. I take him over to the closest tree, or a tree kind of further back, so that way you can't see him off the road. Stuck a sock in his mouth. Yep. And tie him to a tree and make sure he can't spit out the sock.
All right, so you're just going to leave him there.
For now.
All right. So then the 4 of you come back to pick up the trunk, and you've got number Stacy. She says, "You're just gonna leave him there to die?"
He's not gonna die. Like,
We're
Next
on
few
time when we
hours.
leave.
Numbers, you can be the one to let him go when you get out of here, but we have to ask you, what are you not telling us about the snail?
I mean, you're the one that wants to talk to him.
Who
And
is the snail?
Well, we like to think of him as the man on the outside, the one that's both in the game and outside of it. It's good to keep it a nice little shell of legitimacy, if you know what I mean.
Now, Stacy, I'm wondering, perhaps you can help answer some questions for us. Where were you planning to take this here trunk after it arrived at your camp?
That's the snail's business.
Then it sounds like, yes, we do need to talk to him.
All right, I'll lead you up there. As I said, you might regret this.
You know what, Numbers?
In fact, I'm pretty sure you're going to regret this, but I'll take you to him. You'll talk to him, and just mind what you say, because they might be the last words you ever say.
Numbers, do you like being alive?
I do, but to be honest, based on I'm trying to calculate everything that you're telling me right now, and I kind of believe that you don't.
Numbers.
Well,
We have it in our best interest that there is a fury coming this way. The light comes in the force of thousands of these here paladins. Now, I've been riding with them for quite a few years now, and it doesn't take. I've seen them move mountains, so a couple of strong names and hard muscle don't seem to get in the way of this here spear coming for you. Now, if you know what's right for you, you'll pick a right side. What I'm asking you is, if we're walking into something, we just come back with 10 times the fury, and there's going to be a bigger mess, and it might be harder to make a living out here. You might still have a chance if you can help us out.
I said, I'm going to take you to talk to the snail, but once you're talking to him, what happens to you is out of my control.
now listen here, Numbers, Stacy. I'd like to shine some light on the numbers. How many people are we talking in that there camp?
Now you're asking some questions. Aren't you? Sure, you might have cut down, 6 of my guys. But, we got some big friends back in there that help us with the heavy lifting. And, but another 30 people up in the camp there.
30. So, Wyatt here took down how many of them? Wyatt, did you break a sweat?
I broke a neck and a back and a pelvis, but I don't think I broke a sweat.
There you have it. Now, 30 people, that's impressive. That's an impressive camp. Buddy, if we don't return to our camp, how many Silver Order Paladins will be looking for us at this exact spot?
We always sent that runner. I think you've got maybe 16, 15 hours before you got 100 paladins coming down on this here fine little establishment.
So my name is.
The way I see it, that's going by the numbers. That's about 14 hours more than we need.
Damn it,
Yeah.
buddy. You should have said 1 hour. Listen here, Numbers.
I'm just saying, you might be sure. 3 each of you can probably cut down 6 of the boys up in the camp up there, but I don't know how you're gonna deal. But maybe you can meet the snail and you can go see old Bonefist, Big Barry, his
No.
brothers. No,
We got
they'll
names
crush you
too.
like bugs.
Boy,
Back in the Silver Order, we have Smite Face and Javelin Guy.
Austin, come over
Better
here for a
watch it.
sec. And I grab him and I.
What? What is it? Why? I'm working here.
I'm worried you aren't taking heed to her warning, whether it's truthful or not. she might be being truthful and she might be being honest with us that we may not want to walk into that camp.
Yeah.
We may need to change our strategy.
Because we got a bunch of ogres up in that camp.
No, but Stacy, I'm talking to my compatriots.
And the snail, he's got a little monster of his own. Crazy monster that he keeps in a cage. Got 3 heads. One like a lion, one like a goat, and one like a dragon. And it's got big old wings as well. It's scary. And he feeds anyone who he's mad at to it.
I say, is there any way we can figure out a way we can get the snail out here? Or at least come into the gate?
You know, maybe we could ask Number Stacy here to head on in and get the snail for us.
He's not going to come out.
Well, all we want to do is parlay.
I'm saying, you want to go parlay? You want to go talk to him? You can go. I'll bring you right in. I got no problem with it. I'll bring you right in.
Numbers, you're making the options hard here.
I'm just saying to you, if you want to go in and talk to the snail, it's up to you to get out of there again.
You know what?
Numbers,
I say we just take this delirium, as they call it, and scooch back on over to our own turf with it. I bet the snail will be mighty pleased at you, Number Stacy, losing such a prized possession.
You know what? That's a good point, Wyatt. We're going to take this here case. We're going to go back to our own territory. And if you want it, you and the snail can come meet us in the morning.
Huh. That's payday. Now you're talking about payday right there.
Wonder who he's going to feed to his 3-headed beast.
If he finds out that you were down here with us, we killed a bunch of your men. We left you alive, and you couldn't even bring back payday. Well, we walk away with it. Maybe he'll be mighty angry. It sounds like he's the kind that might get so.
All right. I'll go tell him that you got his delirium. But you better have a little bit more than that as a bargaining chip if you want to.
Well, we are going to keep your man.
Why don't we keep Sneaky Pete? Or why don't we send Sneaky Pete and keep old Stacy here?
That might make more sense.
Listen, Sneaky Pete's cool and all, but you killed all his friends. Anyone that cares about Sneaky Pete's, they're bleeding on the ground.
You're right. How important are you to the snail?
Look we're all just trying to get a piece for ourselves. You know? That she says, I don't know who the snail sells it to, but you're looking at hundreds and hundreds of gold in that box there. I don't know what you're trying to do with it, but you might as well just take it and go north, go sell it. Anyone. You got the prize.
Numbers,
Why you gotta find it?
This is not our property. It's your property. We are trying to deliver it to you, and you came out here attacking us. So, well, technically, we attacked you. Now, that's semantics. You go get Snail. He tells us where he's shipping this off to. We walk away, and we leave you with the chest here.
Now I got a question on what you just said, Numbers. Go north and sell it ourselves. Is that where you take it?
Well, you certainly ain't taking it back south.
You know what, fellas? We might just be able to bypass this and go straight up to where they're selling it.
The problem is, north leads to many different districts and towns along the way. Could go anywhere north. Past here, it's a wide open world up north.
I'm sure Number Stacy could give us some directions. Couldn't you, Stacy?
I mean, I could give you some directions, but that's not going to get you any close.
By directions, I mean guide us where we need to go.
Well, you'd be heading up. Look at past here. You get to Ansben, Dranswend, Altbrook, and then from there it's all the way up to either Helberg or maybe further onto the coast. But that's days, weeks away. Anywhere where there's anybody with any money is going to be a way up on. I don't know who he sells it to. That's what I don't know. I just know that it sells for a lot, and the snail's got a setup that keeps all the money flowing for us. So whoever it is, wherever it is, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, Numbers. Someone's got to come pick it up from here. Who comes and picks up the delirium? Who comes picks up the rocks?
Who comes picks it up?
It doesn't just disappear and money shows up.
No, it doesn't. Usually there's another group that comes and picks it up. Some of them pretty strange folks sometimes, but the one time there were a bunch of these guys, they were wearing red robes, and I think the ox that was driving their cart was made of metal.
Right,
Now, Wyatt, buddy, I think we were on to something with the plan to send Sneaky Pete up while we hang on to old Numbers here. We keep her hostage, we get the snail to come out. If he comes out with any more men than we like, we have a hostage that maybe he cares about, maybe he don't. But we also have his delirium.
I would like to confer with my associates. Austin, Wyatt, do you mind tying up Stacy here with Sneaky Pete?
All right, you guys can take her out of earshot and to confer amongst yourselves.
I mean, the Knight Commander, he sent us on a mission.
And that mission was to find out where this rock is headed.
We now know it's headed to the snail and lands further.
That doesn't tell us where it's going beyond here, though.
But we do have some key pieces about who's coming to pick it up. Red capes and metal ox.
I do think that the Knight Commander, or the Lord, no, the Knight, yeah, the Knight Captain. Knight Captain. I do think that the Knight Captain would want to know who the snail's selling to. Now, the one key piece that I don't think we've thought about yet is, what if we were to hide the trunk? That way, only the three of us know where it is. So when the snail comes out to parley, our negotiating terms is that we know where it is, and Numbers here can speak to that as well, that we had the trunk with us. But we put it somewhere. We come back.
And we trade Stacy and Sneaky Pete for...
And the information of where the delirium's hidden.
They can have the trunk, they have the hostages, but we get the information about who they're selling the delirium to.
Exactly.
I mean, they don't know yet, but there's actually 4 hostages.
And that's going to be the next surprise.
There's 4 hostages, and there's no delirium in that chest anymore.
There's no delirium.
That's the beautiful part, is once we walk away, they'll open that chest, and we will be riding off into the sunset.
So we ask for... We ain't going into that camp. If the snail wants his treasure, he's got to come out.
And if he comes out with 30 men?
Then he never finds his treasure, and we kill his men. We take down as many of them as we can. And if we die for the order, so be it. My soul will live on with the light.
I want to make sure, though, we can get this information. If we die, it's going to do no good for all the things we've done up until this point, other than to cleanse a few darkened souls from this world.
And
The way I see it, if things go south, buddy, you ride away. You tell the Knight Commander, Knight Captain, the information we have. But we need more.
we are not leaving.
There
till
ain't
we
no
get what's ours.
There's no bloodshed needed if he just talks to us. It could be a very peaceful resolution for everyone involved. If he draws swords, more people are going to die, and he might lose some of his best people. Why would he want that? We're offering him a peaceful resolution.
All right, let's go hide the trunk.
Okay. Where are you going to hide it?
One of us should stay here while the two of us go and hide it somewhere, and without the hostages looking. I think like if we walk, I want to like pick up the trunk with which one of you guys wants to come with me?
I mean, how strengthy are you?
You got this, Wyatt.
All right. I'm pretty strengthy.
I want to walk and like, buddy, then your job is to make sure that they're not facing the way we're walking.
Yeah, they're. I'll blindfold them.
Blindfold them, yeah.
Yeah.
Each of you can roll me a d6.
Oh no!
2.
1.
Okay. Okay.
That's a 1.
So,
Oh no!
as you
My
go
plan.
to collect the chest, you see the gates, you hear the gates open up again at the camp. And 4 riders come out and start riding fast towards the chest. What are you going to do?
I mean, I can't outrun a horse right now. I brace myself and start swinging my flail. Things just went south real fast.
I want to. Ooh.
How long till they get there? Like a minute?
I mean, like,
Something?
the gate is right there.
No more than 5 minutes.
Help me move this flaming cart over the chest.
Throw the chest into the flaming car.
No, that ruins our. I mean, maybe.
Oh, if the chest was in the burning cart, it might just burn up. But there's lead in it, so
People.
Yeah, that's just horrible. Because the I don't know.
Oh, I have no.
So they're making their way towards the chest.
towards the flaming cart.
Oh yeah.
Because like you guys went off and tied one. You tied Sneaky Pete up. You tied Number Stacy up. So like they've been waiting for someone to come back with a report for like an hour now.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I yell, parlay!
Get the horses. I'm gonna run and get the horses. I'm gonna get Cinnamon, Nilly, and
So you're gonna run towards where you left the horses.
yeah.
Okay. Wyatt and Austin, what are the two of you gonna do?
I'm just yelling parlay and hoping for the best.
Trying to see if I have anything that could help.
How far are the horses away? Are they pretty close?
Can we whistle?
I'd say the horses are like 500 feet away.
Okay.
Oh wow, that might take me a while
That's
to get
really
there.
far.
Do a
yeah.
whistle. Do a horse whistle.
Take you
They'll
about a
come running.
minute to run to them if you dash. Yeah.
Yeah, can I whistle with my performance?
Yeah.
Can I call Nilly?
Yes, but the people that riding towards you will almost certainly hear the whistle.
But Austin's yelling parlay.
Oh,
Yeah.
have they not seen us yet?
You're
They see a
not,
cart,
you're not
right?
making any attempt at stealth, but it's dark out.
Okay,
Right?
so I just
So
assumed that.
they're riding towards the flaming cart.
Well, in that case,
Boys, grab the chest and let's go hide behind one of these trees.
Run to the okay, so instead I gotta run to the chest. Let's all run to the chest to get it.
Okay. You race towards the chest. Okay. Full bore in all your armor and everything with your equipment. Go to pick up the chest. The three of you can each all give me a strength check.
Woohoo!
I'm so sorry.
I do athletics.
Yep.
17.
25.
2.
Okay. Buddy Knox is no help, but Wyatt and Austin,
I'm in the way.
the two of you managed to haul the chest quite quickly. You're going to head for the tree line to hide. Okay. And you all race towards the tree line through the night.
Buddy, bring the hostages.
So what I'm going to have you all do is give me a stealth check.
This is where we shine.
10.
11.
Mine's with disadvantage, so.
Oh, right, disadvantage.
11.
11.
Okay. You haul the chest and you start racing towards it. And you hear the one of the riders say, "There! They're running towards the tree line. They got the chest."
I think they made us.
Keep running.
And in response, you hear the a ka-chink, ka-chink, and a quarrel of bolts come sailing towards each of you.
Drop the chest.
I get a 14 against Buddy Knox. I get a 10 against Wyatt, and an 8 against Austin.
They all stick into the chest.
Yeah, they're shooting at you in the darkness. They're quickly gaining on you. What are you guys gonna do?
My friends, drop the chest. They'll find out that there's no delirium in it, and then we can just tell them that we've hid the delirium somewhere else.
We drop the chest, and I parlay.
Hold your fire! Hold your fire! We want to talk to the snail.
Who's good at lying?
Oh man. Okay. The riders come up, and at the front of the group is this hickled, bearded man with a crossbow, and he's got a monocle and this huge beard, like this big floppy fisherman's hat, and he says, "All right, now we just set out. Where are the others? Where did they go? Talk now."
And I point to the bodies on the road.
Something hit him.
I wish I could count. I forget how many we sent out. Number Stacy was supposed to be with them. You kill her too?
We have numbers, Stacy, in custody. We also have your delirium. And we would like to talk to the snail to work something out.
You have our delirium? What's in the chest?
More hostages. And I'm going to kick open the chest.
And the barely suffocating, barely conscious hostages pour out. And he's like, "Kraft and Lily! Oh no!"
Now you listen here. Your delirium is well hidden, and so too are the rest of our hostages. Now you go back and you get us the snail, and no more bloodshed needs to happen. If you kill us now, you'll never find your stuff.
Okay, make a deception check with advantage.
Oh, 23.
Woo!
Tarnation! Ah, all right. Now, the snail's going to be really angry about this. What do you want for the information? Where did you hide the delirium?
We'll only tell the snail where the delirium is hidden, and we just want to know where he was selling it to. That's all. And then we will be on our way.
We don't want the man in the middle. We want the big fish.
Where's number Stacy? You killed her?
I said I'm only telling the snail information like that.
Give us your weapons, and I'll bring you into the snail.
Snail comes out here.
Snail comes out here, and we will place our weapons in a pile nearby.
Snail's not going to like this.
We don't like it either. We just want to be on our way.
The riders head back up towards the camp. We'll see what the snail says. And that's where we'll take our break.
Oh, man.
Double one.
That
is going in all sorts of chaotic directions at once.
This whole story is just wild. Just wild directions.
Off the rails.
I just imagine, like, we're freeze. We're like,
also, I never thought that 3 paladins would lie this much.
Have you met the Silver Order? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we're making the Silver Order worse than they are, but
We'll see. We'll see when we come back in 15 minutes. See you in a few.
all right. See you guys in a few minutes.
We are back from our break. We have all had our short rest, and we are ready to play some more D&D.
All right, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store, where you can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes t-shirts on our Teespring store, like the ones from Drakkenheim for Troll Killer, yes, but of course, some new ones from Shadows Drakkenheim. Check out bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch.
Also, if you're enjoying the stream and you want to help support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can find out how by following the links in the description below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes. We also have a phenomenal Discord community that is exclusive for our patrons. So if you do join us on Patreon, you'll get access to the Discord. You're also going to gain access to some new things that we're just implementing, like yesterday's Discord chat, where Monty and I jumped on there and did a writer's room with the Discord community, which was a lot of fun. And we're also going to be implementing Q&A sessions coming up, which will be questions asked by our patrons, and we will be answering those in a Q&A live stream later on. So if you do check out our Patreon, make sure to join us on Discord, and you can join in on all of that fun with us.
And as well, this episode of Dungeons of our Untold Tales of Drakkenheim has been sponsored by the incredible Easy Roller Dice. If you're looking for some affordable and colorful and excellent well-made dice, check them out at easyrollerdice.com. They're currently running a Kickstarter for their color spray dice, which is a great opportunity to get a massive handful of dice in lots of different colors and combinations at a really, really great price. So whether you're looking for some dice right now or you want to stock up on some colorful ones that'll be coming soon through the Kickstarter, head on over to easyrollerdice.com and check them out. With that, we shall dive back in. So, the old man and the other riders head back up to the camp, and there is a pregnant pause for a moment as there's a rustling in the camp beyond. A short while later, one of the highwaymen comes out and says, "Snail will meet you at the gates. Come along."
At the gates.
You walk up along the palisade and up the rough path to the gates of the camp. It is a roughly made, improvised wooden palisade that surrounds a shanty town of tents. This is a little bit more The Silver Order's campsite, which is also covered in palisade and mostly tents, is of military grade, and the camp itself kind of looks like a bunch of amateurs tried to follow suit with a camp of their own. Nevertheless, parked outside the gates and around the gates are all manner of other wagons, large and small, and several beasts of burden as well. And flanking on either side of the gate, which just opens by pushing it, are two small guard platforms. They're not really towers by any sense. They don't have roofs to them. They don't really even have much of a protective thing. Just enough that a couple people can stand up on top of the palisade and shoot down if necessary. There are a few of the highwaymen with their crossbows trained on you as you approach. You can also see standing in the camp, helping as almost beasts of burden in their own right, are a trio of ogres. And predictably, from the kerfluffle of the various campfires, there's easily 24, if not 36 people that are camped out here. As the gates open up, one of the ogres pushes forward a man. He is whipcord thin, almost his muscles and his flesh like just kind of sagging off his bones, and he is seated in a wheelchair with a blanket covering over his legs. But he has this frilled cuff around his neck, so frilled cufflinks and frills on his jerkin and coat. So he's extremely finely dressed, and he has a pair of spectacles on his face, but then he has another set of spectacles that can be lowered down in front of the spectacles, and they go up on the glasses like a mechanism, such that it almost looks like he has a pair of antennae formed by the glasses that are reaching up over his head. And the wheelchair that he is on is filigreed with gold and made of gorgeous wood. And so the ogre wheels the man forward, and he is obviously wearing a display of his own personal wealth. In this way, you can see, he's got the ruff, the doublet, and the jacket. And despite the fact that he has a blanket, the blanket that is over his legs is definitely made of some very nice deep red silks.
I wanted to ask, could we approach on horseback?
Sure.
Can we approach on our horses?
Yeah, that's fair. You can approach on horseback. He adjusts his he has this long wispy hair coming down and his sunken eyes, and he says, "Well, you've caused a fair bit of trouble, haven't you? What do you want? I am the snail."
Pleasure to meet you, sir. What we want is very simple. My friends here and I, we're trying to find out who the buyers of this here delirium are. We have no business with you, and I'm sure you have plenty of buyers elsewhere. We came from the Paladin camp not too far away, so there's plenty more of us. It would be ill-advised if any of us went missing. You see what I mean?
You are paladins of the Silver Order, come to rustle up some trouble, aren't you?
Well, you listen here, sir.
How do I know you haven't destroyed the delirium already?
My job and my orders are simple. They're to discover where this delirium was headed. So all you have to do is tell me where it was headed, and we'll tell you where the delirium is. It's no matter of mine if a little bit of it makes it out. We have bigger fish to fry back here in Drakkenheim. We have a whole crater full of delirium to get rid of. But we want to know who else out there is looking for the stuff? Who's buying it and for what purpose?
And why should I betray my buyers over a single order?
Well, you see, if we head back to Drakkenheim and tell our commanders, the buyers, well, guess what? Your whole operation gets to go unnoticed. We don't care about you. You're the middleman. We're after the big fish. So you can gamble your chances by saying that we won't be able to catch them, that we won't be able to put up a fight. If you tell us the information, no more bloodshed has to happen, and we get to mosey on our way, and you get to carry on with your business. But if bloodshed has to happen, yes, there's only 3 of us, and there's a whole camp of you, but then you don't get to find out what happened to your delirium, and you don't get to make that business, and you lose your payday for the week. So it's up to you what you want to do, Mr. Snail.
Wyatt, buddy, do you have anything to add?
While he's doing this, I want to use my divine sense because I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm buying this snail character sitting in this chair. So I want to use my divine sense to see if anything comes up, whether he's affected by the Hallow spell or is celestial, fiend, undead. If I get any sense from him that way.
He is not a fiend, he is not undead, and he is not a celestial, and he's not affected by the Hallow spell.
All right. Is there anything else that comes up in my divine sense within 60 feet that isn't covered?
Within 60 feet, no.
Okay.
Buddy?
Can I do a quick count? How many crossbows are aimed at us right now?
At least a dozen.
Austin's right. We just want some information. We'll give you your delirium. And we'll be on our way.
It's quite a lot that I was expecting. Let me, you have me in a bit of a bind. And I have a buyer that's defaulted on a recent payment. So I suppose I can make a deal. I will tell you the identity of my recipient of my say customer who is in arrears. In fact, he gestures to the ogre to bring him a box. From the box, he produces a scroll case. Here's my ledger of dealings with them. You can take this. But I want you to show me where you buried the delirium.
Now, I also have Numbers Stacy with me, and the delirium is off-site. You see, we stashed it back at a farm a little ways back.
Very well. Then you shall bring me to this farm.
You want to come yourself. You don't trust Numbers Stacy to come on your behalf?
I don't trust any of my men as far as I can throw them.
Well then, Mr. Snail, it appears that we are going to go for a ride. Are you okay to ride on the back of a horse?
No, I'm not. But that is no concern of yours. While I ride with you, one of you 3 will ride with me in my carriage, and I will tell you the details of my business operations. The one of you that rides with me in your carriage may leave their armor, but not their weapons. I will tell you, and that one alone, the information you wish to know. Once you have shown me the delirium and shown me where it is buried, and I have verified that it is there, I will release your friend who will have the additional information and give to and as a show of good faith, prior to then, I will give you this scroll case. When I return your friend to you, they will have the key to it.
Look at both you guys.
Well, that sounds agreeable, Snail.
Sounds perfectly reasonable, doesn't it?
Now, why don't you
seem
say
like
you
a-
lower those crossbows, and the three of us will confer on which one of us will ride with you.
Very well. Lower your crossbows.
Men, can we step to the side and discuss which one of us?
Yeah, we'll back up a
Get
little
outta
bit, ride
earshot.
down a little bit.
So it sounds like one of us is going to have to ride with him without our weapons. Now, buddy, I'm looking at you. You have weapons, but you have a lot else going on. You might stand the best chance.
This seems like a lot on his terms. I think we can give him the coordinates for the farm, but there's no way anyone getting into that carriage with him is getting out.
Technically, I can magically move out of there.
Yes, you can.
I don't know
What?
if it's going to be protected, though. It's my only... I don't trust any of these vermin farther than
No,
I can
they-
toss them, and I can toss them pretty far.
This is obviously not a matter of trust. This is a matter of who has leverage over who. Now, we know that we're taking him to the farm where we repaired our cart and where we buried the
It's
delirium.
the delirium.
We will show him the delirium, but we need to have a way to get Wyatt out of that cart if Wyatt decides to go with him. I think we're still in a better option. I'd rather deal with the snail alone than deal with the entire camp. You understand?
True, but I know he's not going to be alone.
The numbers will be less than us fighting him here and now.
It's true.
Now, we're pulling one over on him. It's very likely he's pulling one over on us. But if we're both deceiving each other, then this is probably going to come to blows, and I would rather gamble on having to come to blows with us versus him and whoever he takes with him, and not us versus the camp.
I see no reason why we should separate Wyatt from his maul. I'll be the one to be in their carriage. I
Do you
just hope
have
you
any-
can come grab me.
Do you have any tricks up your sleeve for how to get out?
Not really.
You're,
But-
you're making me less confident, buddy.
That's why I think we should maybe negotiate better terms.
What if, Wyatt,
We only need that ledger.
you have means of getting out of there, right? What if part of the deal that we cut with the snail is Wyatt will go in without weapons, but we will carry her weapons? There's no harm that can come. We will have her weapons with us. That way, we just make sure that he doesn't
His.
use them. Yeah. Sorry. We'll have his weapons with us. That way, when Wyatt does get out,
I feel like we are treading on rough waters. What do you say,
this whole
Wyatt?
mission has been rough waters. Let's be honest.
I'm waiting. How long does it take to decide something like this, unless you're scheming something else?
The thing is, we don't know you very well, Mr. Snail, so we're trying to decide which one of us is going to sit in your cart and probably have you maybe do something that we don't necessarily like. It's a tough decision on which one of us wants to sit in a cart with a snail.
Fine,
So-
we'll take the wagon. You'll see your friend the whole way.
Wyatt? Buddy? Who's it going to be?
Deal with the wagon.
All right.
What I'm worried about is my horse afterwards.
You're finally worried about your horse?
Wait,
Yeah,
we have an
we're-
extra. Wait, we have an extra horse, don't we?
We have lots of horses.
My horse is too. Is very low. He's very bloodied, and we got to be able to get on out of here.
Wyatt, worst case,
Quick.
you can ride on the back of Petunia. That's not my horse's name. It's Juniper. Petunia was my old horse.
All right. If
You can
as long
take
as-
Nilly. You can take Nilly.
As long as we have a ways of escaping once we figure this out.
We'll do
My
what
only
we
thing
always
is,
did.
what is he going to do when he sees the delirium isn't there?
Well, that's where we may have to act. But we're going to do what we've always done, and we're going to act as things come up. So I say he's staring at us. We got to turn around and give him an
That's
answer.
weird.
Certainly, worst comes to worst. We got the information so far. We'll do our best to pass it on if we can't get this. All right. But last ditch effort to try to get this valuable info.
Now, did you bury it?
Oh, we buried it all right.
All right, bring the shovels. Hope you're ready to dig.
We ain't digging. You
I'll
can dig,
dig.
Mr. Snail.
Now, we're giving you Wyatt. He's going to ride in the cart with you. I'm going to hang on to that there scroll. And my friend Buddy over here is going to hang on to Wyatt's maul. That way, he doesn't carry any weapons into the cart. But we don't want you to have his weapons. We're going to carry them.
Fine.
Very well.
Come on, boys. The snail gets up onto one of the wagons. He's loaded up with his wheelchair. And sitting in the wagon with Wyatt and the snail is Bonefist the ogre. And the cart is pulled by two of the other highwaymen. Another 8 of the riders, along with Crazy Gil, the bearded man from before, ride out with you. The snail says on the cart, "Lead the way."
All right.
And I wave to my friends.
Be safe now, Wyatt. And
We're riding close by, though.
yeah, we're riding
Right.
like just next to
Like-
the cart. And we
At a
we're
normal pace.
we're gonna head back literally to the place where we destroyed the delirium.
Now, Snail, I got a question for you. We know how dangerous this delirium is. What benefit does it have coming out of the city? Other than making y'all a lot of money, as I can see, and I gesture to all the gold around him.
Why would you ask such a stupid question?
Because I'm curious.
You don't think money does anything. You don't think money is valuable. You don't think that money buys you things. My
I know
dear.
money is valuable to you, but I'm wondering why this delirium is valuable to other people. It's a demon rock.
I know my scripture. It is said in the books of your silver order and your sacred fire that money cannot buy happiness. It cannot buy absolution. But I just tell you, you paladins don't know where to shop.
We just don't shop under rocks and crevices for our salvation. We look towards the light, not the shadow. That's the only place to find salvation.
You're so high in the light that you can't see a single thing going on in the shadows underneath you. Well, I'll tell you. You'll be very pleased to see the list of all the these folk that are interested in buying this delirium. It's trading all over up and down the coast. But I must tell you, the people that I'm selling it to are selling it themselves.
So you're only a middleman of middlemen.
Indeed, indeed. In every port all along the north coast, the new currency is delirium. There are people far, far outside of Westamar that are willing to pay top coin for it. Every little bit that they can get away from the Academy's clutches.
So it ain't the Academy you're selling it to.
The Academy wants to take things into their own hands. We could have had a nice deal, them and us. But they think that they can control it. But they're not the only mages in this world. There's others that want it just as much as they do, and they know that.
As far as we're concerned, mage, no matter if they're part of Academy or not, it's no good. It's against what's natural in the Latin world. Uses delirium for other things that shouldn't be done.
All I know is that there's a very fair price, that they have a very nice price that they're willing to offer. He reaches into his coat and he pulls out a vial of this purplish liquid. It glows with an octarine light. He says, "Bottoms up." And he drinks it. And as he does, you can see just the smallest amount of color come back into his skin and his hair.
Ooh. Creepy.
Just adding poison to your veins. Doesn't matter what miraculous things it seems to do. It's poison to the soul.
As far as I'm concerned, we all just rot. You might as well do the best you can while you're on this earth.
Your body may rot, but your soul will not live on in the light. It's not up to our mortal bodies to figure out what to do just here, but this is just one step towards the light and salvation. Sorry, Snail, you're obviously too far gone to understand.
Well, no matter. I really hope, for your sake, that delirium's there. The procession leads. Buddy, Austin, where do you lead them?
To the old farmer place.
So you lead them to an old farm, abandoned outside Brocken Hollow, where you destroyed the delirium originally. Leading them to the clearing where you were, come up to the site where you were camped out earlier. Snail speaks up. So you buried it here, yes?
Yeah, you can have your men dig. They'll find it about 2 feet down by that stump over there.
All right. The ogre throws down a bunch of shovels. Start digging.
You have way more men for this, Snail. That's why you brought your company.
He reaches into his coat, takes out a hand crossbow and puts it beside Wyatt's head. Start digging. I can wait all night.
Wyatt's the muscle. I think Wyatt needs to start digging.
Make a persuasion check.
Wyatt's the one that needs the 10.
Start digging.
I pick up one of the shovels and I just kind of look at the two of you. Well, I'm just going to start digging then. And I stick it in the ground and I start shoveling out the dirt.
I'm going to slowly pick up a shovel.
You know, we buried it pretty deep. If we could get some help, it would be much appreciated.
Yeah, if you weren't all standing around.
We've got time.
All right.
While they're doing this, can I lay on hands on myself?
Okay, sure.
I dig a little bit further and then I like wipe sweat from my brow and I'm like, well, that's about all I've got in me for this evening. Is it okay if I take a little rest and I'll continue in a few hours? It's been a mighty hard night.
Yeah, what time is it? Is it like
It's
middle
like
of
after
the night?
midnight. Yeah. The riders are basically holding torches in a circle around you as you dig. Waiting.
You know, it's pretty
One of the
upsetting
riders
that
gets down off his horse, pulls out a water skin, and throws it at you. Drink. Then get back to digging.
I take a drink. I look at Buddy. Buddy? What do you say? You know, the sun's going to be rising just a few hours. And I put my hand on Buddy's shoulder and I go, we may not be able to see it, but I want you to know it's been a pleasure. And if we're going to go out, I plan to go out the way the Silver Order does. And that's with a fight. Fighting for what we believe in. Are you ready?
I want to reach into the hole and I'm going to come out of the hole and I'm ready, Austin. And I want to create with prestidigitation, I can create a non-magical trinket or an illusionary image that can fit in my hand. So I want to create like a shard of delirium that just fits in my hand. And then I want to kind of walk over to where the snail is to kind of like
show it to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So prestidigitation, you make the image of a shard of delirium. You walk over to the snail.
And then as it gets into his face, I want to create a shower of sparks.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Oh. 8.
As you walk closer, he says, "Don't come any closer. You take the shard." And he starts lowering all the lenses on his head. And one of the ogre gets down off the cart, puts on a big glove, and goes to take the shard out of your hand.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do the puff in the ogre's head face.
Okay.
So creating like a shower of like.
Okay, where are you going with that?
That's the cue.
That's your cue to. Okay.
And then maybe there's a group of them, right?
Yes, there
that
is.
are all around. I'm gonna. Do you have like a?
Yep, I'll set up the area where we are right now. Okay.
Just going for it.
Gotta dig up a brand new map here. Okay.
We didn't really have much of an option.
Okay.
It's fighting time.
I liked where this illusion was going.
He saw through the illusion.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Okay. So let us do this.
So I picture like I finally like hit gold or whatever, and I find the bottom and I pull out one of the rocks and I go over to
Yeah. I you go over to the
snail.
whole...
He doesn't let me close.
No, he does not. You go over, you get the so we will just get this. Okay. Let's bring you all over here. And I will just start setting all this up for us. I am happy with how quickly I can actually get cool things going in Roll20.
It's amazing.
Okay, so here's what this is the area we'll say where you're digging things up. Okay, so we got Wyatt on the wagon, and then we got the ogre.
Our horses. Oh, over there.
Yeah, over here. Yeah, your horses are and then so there's the first couple of riders that are with their horses, and then way down over there's going to be two more of the riders that are with your horses. So way down here at the street where you left the wagon before, they're guarding your horses.
And just to make sure that I know, so I'm holding on to the scroll, but it's locked.
Yeah. And
Did
the key
Wyatt...
is on a necklace around Wyatt's neck.
Around Wyatt's neck or around the snail's neck?
Is it just a regular lock?
It's just a key, and the lock is built into the case.
And it's around Wyatt's neck.
And the key is around Wyatt's neck. Yeah.
Good. We already have the key.
Yeah.
I mean, all we really need is a box.
So...
Right? Unless it's a magical, it destroys what's inside when we try to get in the box.
There's snail sitting on the wagon, and then there's the snail's driver.
Oh, the snail looks creepy.
And I don't have my weapons.
I have your weapons.
There did his driver go down, and you guys can roll for initiative.
Come on. Oh, come on.
History.
This has been a bad...
Mine always says this like rolls into a nice number, and then it's like, nope.
Balls. Yeah, I hope you all are ready.
Apparently not.
Okay. Alrighty, what do we got?
20.
20 for Buddy Knox. Okay.
12.
12 for Wyatt. Austin?
5.
5. Okay. So there we go. We got the riders. Okay. So the shower of sparks instigates. Already they know something's going up. Something's going down. So, Buddy, there's with the shower of sparks, you guys are leaping into violent action. So, what are you guys going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm going to look the ogre in the eye and I go, "It's not delirium, you're stupid." And I cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
He gets a 13 on a saving throw.
Okay. So he takes 11 damage, and he runs away.
Directly away. Okay.
Bye.
Okay. And he thunders off.
And my last bardic inspiration goes to Wyatt.
Cool.
I go, Wyatt!
Seeing this, the snail fires his crossbow directly at Wyatt's temple. I'm gonna give him advantage on it, so he gets a 20 to hit.
Can I use my inspiration to up my AC? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
24.
Okay. So, with your bardic inspiration and the snail from Buddy Knox, the snail's gonna basically blow your brains out, and you move just as he pulls the trigger in. You move, and the bolt sails right across your eyes, and you just feel the slight grazing as it goes across the bridge of your nose.
At least it was my mustache.
And he growls at that, and he begins loading up his crossbow once again. Wyatt, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to use one of my attacks to shove the snail out of his wheelchair. What do I do? What do I have to hit with that?
Make an opposed strength check.
Okay. 22.
You succeed, and you shove him to the ground, and he lands prone. What do you do?
Well, gents, I think we need to get out of here. And I hop. Where's my weapon? I don't know.
I have it.
You have it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Can I hop out of the wagon towards Austin to get my...
Yep.
Okay. So I move about 20 feet. Is it an action to pick up my weapon?
It's an interaction to grab
Okay.
it. Yeah.
And then
I hand it to you, like right when you're running up. I toss you them all.
And then I move towards this rider, and I try to, with my other attack, whack him off the horse. Getting 9 to hit.
On horseback, they managed to evade the hit.
All right.
It's imagine you just push him, and then you just...
All right. The bandits.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
They hop back up on their horses and begin riding in a circle. And they're going to each fire 2 shots at each of you. So 2 shots at Austin, getting 2 16s to hit. 2 shots at Buddy, getting a 20 and a 10 to hit. Didn't hear you there, Joe. Lost your audio.
20 hits.
Alrighty. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
And 2 at Wyatt. 1 with disadvantage because it's the rider right beside you. So that's only an 11 to hit. And a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 10 points of piercing damage. And then each of them is going to ride around on their horseback to spread out. And this guy is going to provoke the opportunity attack.
Oh, is he?
Oh, that's annoying.
Get back here.
All right, I'm gonna just hit him with the maul, and that's a 12 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Woo. And that is going to be 21 damage on that ratter.
You knock him clear off the horse, and he falls to the ground as he tries to get away.
That's one horse.
Yep. And finally, down over here, we've got Cinnamon here, who gets shot twice for a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, Cinnamon is done.
For 10 damage.
No, Cinnamon!
And I just from afar, I'm like, I knew it.
And back up over here, Austin.
Can I? Okay, if I get up, is there like an incline? Like, is this area here like downhill?
No, it's just a patch of dirt.
Oh, so I can't push the cart, and it's down a hill. It's just flat.
Towards the road.
My goal. So
yeah.
what I was going to do is I was going to run, slam into the cart to try to give it momentum, and hop onto it to like ride it towards the horses.
Yeah, it's probably going to crash into this tree first, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Shove the cart.
I get a 27.
27?
I rolled a 20 on the dice, plus 7 athletics.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to say you ram up to the cart, you heave it with a push, and it buckles and begins rolling at breakneck speed down the hill. Roll me a d6.
Come on.
I got a 1.
Okay. So, in that case, here's what happens. As you push the cart, the snail rolls off, and so does his ally. They leap off of it, although both of them land prone. And the cart wheels forward like so. And it does not collide with the tree. It rolls down right to the road towards your horses. And you can each make a dexterity saving throw for your horses.
Nearly!
Is Austin within 2?
Nowhere
10 feet?
because he's not on, are you staying on the cart?
I'm
Austin?
on the cart, yeah.
Okay, you wanted to push and leap up onto it. Okay,
Yeah.
So you're staying on it. I'm going to say at the moment of impact, he's not close enough to give them a bonus to their saving throws.
All right. Never does.
I get a 6 for Nelly.
I got a 19 for Juniper.
Okay, so the cart rolls down the hill and collides with Nilly. And
Sorry.
stopping abruptly against Nilly. Nilly is
Stay
going to
put,
take... Nilly takes a total of 18 points of damage.
Oh, Nelly,
You
crushed Nelly.
and then from Austin, I need a dexterity saving throw as well.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, so so as the cart collides with Nilly, it stops for a moment and buckles up. And you have a choice. You can stay on this cart as it continues to roll, or you can leap off now.
Can I leap onto Juniper?
Give me an athletics check.
22.
You leap onto Juniper.
So
Yes.
there. That's a good turn in my books.
Is Nilly dead?
Oh, yeah. It ran over Nelly.
Wait,
Nelly has like
Nilly-
19 hit points. It took 18 damage from a cart.
Yeah, but that leaves her with 1.
No, she ate a fireball earlier.
Oh, right. Oh my god.
Poor Nelly.
And the cart continues to roll down before crashing into another tree.
And then it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Does he have another attack?
Did it take? Did it take the? Okay, I feel bad about the snail being in a wheelchair, but did it take the wheelchair with it? Like the wheelchair was still in the cart.
I imagine that the bandit, the captain of the leaders, like the driver, he grabbed the snail as you were pushing it off, and the two of them leapt off, and his chair's kind of fallen off the cart somewhere along the way.
Cool.
The ogre comes to his senses and picks up the snail, and kind of like puts the snail up on his shoulders, and is carrying him now.
Now I feel better about attacking him. Now he's an ogre mount.
We go to the top of the round with Buddy Knox.
I'm going to that horse, when it got hit, was it closer to us? Or like when the rider fell off,
this right here is the horse that is currently kind of running around because its rider is dead. It's running around kind of panicked.
I'm gonna look at Wyatt, and I'm gonna touch his shoulder, and I'm gonna cast invisibility as a 3rd level spell on Wyatt and me, and then I'm gonna run after the horse.
Okay.
So I just start booking it after the horse.
The snail collects himself in his way, and he says, and he cries out, "Gun them down! Kill them! Don't let them get back alive!" Wyatt Wilkins, it's your turn.
So I'm invisible right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I also run towards the horse. Can I use an action to get up on the horse?
Yeah, it's not a horse that is used to having you as a rider, so give me an athletics check.
16.
Yeah, you're you leap up onto it. You're also invisible, so give me an animal handling check as well.
Ooh. 2.
Okay, so the horse is extremely confused because it feels someone climb up on top of it, but it doesn't know what's going on. So it's going to continue to do its own thing. It's not going to heed your commands until you can take control over it.
And can I guess I don't know that Buddy is there. And if I do anything, I become revisible.
Yeah.
So you know what? If I can't, like, I'm gonna just stay on this horse and like try to study it so that way Buddy can get on. Hopefully, understanding that it's going crazy because I'm there.
Cool. The bandits. Well, these two are going to ride back and down over here, and they're going to take some shots at Austin.
Was that an opportunity attack at all?
From the two of them, yeah, you can make one. Yep.
All right. So as they try to get away, I swing at the one nearest the bottom. Oh no. 15 to hit?
It's a hit.
Okay, cool. Doing 9 damage.
Cool. They survive remarkably the attack, barely. They're winded by it. The two of them fire their shots. The one that you attacked actually gets a natural 1. The other one only gets a 15, which is not enough to hit. But the other riders down here are going to assemble together, and they're starting to come down towards where at least the only other threat. They're calling out, "Where do they go? Where do they go? Well, there's one down here. Let's get them." And so they're gonna these three ride down here. It's gonna be their whole action to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot you 5 more times, I guess. I get a 23 and a 15, a critical hit and an 18, and a 22 and a 6.
So 2 hits and 1 crit.
Alrighty. The crit does 15 points of damage, and the other 2 hits do 6 each.
All right.
Ooh. You okay there, Austin?
He's bleeding.
Do I have any other bandits? No, I don't. Alrighty. Austin, it's your turn.
Austin is going to... He holds up his shield, and you can see the sun shine off of his shield, and it almost looks like his shield is glowing with the symbol on it. And in that moment, he yells out, like, "By the light, fear me!" And he's going to use his where is it? Come on. Divine Health. Channel Divinity for Conquering Presence.
Okay.
So I can get the horses and the riders.
What's
It's
the
everybody
range?
with 30 feet. So it hits this horse and rider. I don't know if it hits that guy.
I mean, if you move first, you can get all of them.
Okay, yeah. So I ride to that point.
So I got to make
And-
5 wisdom saving, 4 for those guys.
Yeah,
What's
and
the
the
DC?
horses. 14.
Okay, so 2. One of the riders succeeds. The one that you that crit you, he succeeds. Their horses though, his horse succeeds. One other horse succeeds. So this guy right up over here, she's the one that hit you with the critical hit. She and her horse are fine. The others are all afflicted by it. So what is the effect of this power?
They become frightened for 1 minute, and creatures can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns, but they are frightened of me for 1 minute.
Okay. They don't have to move though. They're just frightened of you, correct?
Become frightened for 1 minute. Creatures can repeat.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ogre.
Can I also move?
Yeah.
A bit?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to start. I'm actually going to ride. Oh man, I don't know where I'm going. I'm going down here.
Right. Okay. And the ogre begins carrying away the snail. Okay, to the top of the round with Buddy Knox.
I'm gonna try to jump on the horse with Wyatt.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
14.
All right, you're able to get some semblance of control over this horse, and you can feel that both Wyatt and you are atop it.
And
Here.
I want to ride. I want to start to aim the horse going south.
Okay.
Down near the ridge, near the rider closest to that embankment where it's like a easy off.
Like
is this
here?
like actual? Yeah. Like is this
there? Yeah. Yep.
Like, do I have
it's
to
like
go
a
that
little
way?
cliff. Yeah. You can go
Okay.
whichever way you want. You're invisible on the horse. So the horse just kind of goes, and I don't think anyone's clued in that it's actually got 2 invisible riders on it yet.
And get it nice. I'm just going to try to. Now, can I make a dash?
Can you make the horse dash?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
So can I swing around and just keep going to catch
Yep.
up with Austin?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to get as far as we can.
Okay. Wyatt, it's your turn.
I think because I'm not driving the horse. I can't make it dash, right?
No, and it can only dash on its own turn. Like, you can't make the
Okay.
horse have more turns than it has.
Double dash.
Double dash.
You know what? I'm just gonna be a passenger for this.
Okay.
Can I add the help action for
Yeah. You
Buddy?
could you could help Buddy drive the horse. Yep.
I'm trying to like soothe the horse in the back. I'm like, good boy, doing great. You know, it's like whispering to it on the back, so that way it's like next time you need to handle it, it's a bit calmer.
Okay. The bandits are slowly amassing and riding up around towards Austin. Now, these ones are frightened, so they can't actually move close. These three are frightened, so they can't actually move closer to you, Austin.
Yeah.
And none of them manage to get over their fear, but they can still shoot you with disadvantage. That's a natural 1. That's a 10. That's an 18. The other ones, though, that aren't frightened of you,
Whew, come on.
are going to keep shooting. Getting a 22.
Damn it.
A natural 1 and another critical hit.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
The critical hit is going to be only 9 damage, actually, on that crit.
Well,
And the regular hit is 7 damage.
Austin topples off of Juniper.
No, Austin.
And I don't know where my friends are, but you hear him yell, "Oh, I have the scroll."
You yell
I
that.
fall and I hold the scroll up, and I'm like, "Help!"
All right. Austin, it's your turn, buddy, so you got to make a death saving throw.
Yeah, I do. That's going to be a 7.
Okay, that's 1 death saving throw failure. Does the fear effect end if you are unconscious?
It doesn't say.
Okay, the ogre and the snail are starting to run off. So I'm going to keep them out of the order unless the situation changes. So, Buddy Knox, we're over to you.
Okay, so can I attack and cast a bonus action spell in the same turn?
Yes.
So out of nowhere, behind Captain isn't paying attention, I stab this man up from my horse. I come up behind them. Do I get advantage?
Yeah, because you're invisible.
An 18 to hit.
It's a hit.
And I go, have at thee! And I get a 4 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take another swing. Getting a 10 to hit.
Not enough.
Okay.
So
and then
you kind of graze them on the leg.
Oh, and then I'm going to bonus action healing word Austin
Yes.
with a 2nd level.
So good.
Okay. Do you want to move the horse?
So 10 healing. And we kind of ride by, and I'm just going to swipe, and then I'm going to keep riding towards Austin.
Okay. They have
Grab
ranged
the
weapons
scroll.
out, so that won't provoke opportunity attacks from them. Wyatt, it's your turn.
You know what?
And you're still invisible.
Yeah, I'm so I guess we're far away from everybody now. I am
Wish I
going
said something
to
cooler.
saving throws. Yeah, I'm too far away to hit anybody with anything.
Grab Austin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to grab Austin off the ground, and can I put him on his horse?
Yes, but I'm gonna say that the effort of this will make you visible.
Okay.
And you actually, if you want to do this, you would have to get off the horse.
I'll get off the
yourself.
horse. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Give
then I want
me
to lift him up.
a strength check. Athletics is fine.
Oh yes. 25.
Okay, you saddle Austin up.
I'm like kind of just hanging there, like
And
really.
can I pull myself up on his horse as well?
Sure. No, because you got to spend half your movement to get off the horse.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, I think it's and then another half. So yeah, no. You can get him up there, but not you.
Can get him up there.
Yeah.
All right. And there's nothing to grab onto on the horse, eh?
Austin could pull you on the horse on his turn if he wanted to.
All right.
Yeah.
What a
What a menagerie here.
We'll see. That's
see if
it.
we make it. Let's see
All
if we
right.
make it.
Does your fear effect end if you go unconscious? Did you check that?
It doesn't say anything about if I let me just double check here. So
Okay, so in that case, I'll just start off with the. They're gonna shoot Buddy Knox twice. I get a 15 and a 23
23 hits.
for 8 damage.
Take one in the
2
back.
shots at Wyatt for a 20 and a natural 1
One of them hits.
for 6 damage. And 3 shots at Austin, but I guess with disadvantage.
yeah, it doesn't say a thing about whether I'm knocked unconscious or not.
And they all ping off you, Austin. So with the disadvantage, a hail of shots fire towards you, but none of them go. Over to you.
I'm gonna scoop up Wyatt onto my horse.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything, or can I just do
Give
that?
me an athletics check with advantage.
That's gonna be 22.
You're all good. You're all both on the horses. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to dash away.
Skedaddle.
We have the key. We have the scroll.
Okay.
We have everything.
Fine. We have everything.
All right. Buddy Knox, it's your turn.
I feel the arrow on my back and I know it's time to go. Yeah! New Nelly! Whoa, new Nelly! And I dash off behind Austin and Wyatt.
What is with this campaign and chases?
And I just yell over to Buddy. I'm like, Buddy, we need some chase music.
I'm a little preoccupied right now.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Attacks, spells, anything?
I guess I can could I pull out my longbow? So I'm gonna lose the shield for a bit and take a shot at because I can make my horse dash because I'm mounted combatant, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take my longbow and take a shot at the one I stabbed earlier.
Okay.
I get a 10.
The arrow sails past.
I'm gonna load up another one. Please. 24.
It's a
There we
hit.
For 4 damage.
Okay. Not quite enough to send them tumbling from the saddle yet.
So sad.
Okay, just going to reorganize this because basically at this point, everybody's going to be dashing on their mounts to chase. And they're close enough to you all that they're going to be able to continue dashing and following you. Although these 3 that are frightened... Oh, 1 snaps out of the fear. 2 snap out of the fear. 2 of them do snap out of the fear. So aside from the one that's frightened and who basically can't pursue, they're out of the pursuit. I'm gonna say
that takes care of 1.
Yeah, basically the rest of them are going to continue following you, and taking shots at you. So 2 shots. So I'm gonna fire 2 shots at each of you.
Can I give Austin some cover because I'm he's riding the horse and I'm behind him? I
Yeah,
want to take
or
the shots.
you could take the dodge action yourself, but
I
these
essentially
guys.
want to take the shots for him if that's possible. Like to be like,
Yeah,
because I know he's injured.
I'll mean shots. So I'm gonna say that if you want to do that, you block the shots, but all the shots on me that I'm gonna make against you, because I'm gonna take advantage on you.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Man.
I fired 2 shots at Buddy, getting a 4 and a 19 to hit.
19 hits. Because I took off my shield.
Gonna be 8 damage.
Ow!
And then a bunch of shots going to Wyatt. I get a 17.
No.
A critical hit. A 14. And a 16.
So the critical hit.
All right. 1 crit right in the back of the spine for 10 damage.
I'll take it to protect my buddy.
All right. We got this is just flying by. Like, you guys are like running down the road, racing away from them.
Yeah.
Austin, what are you going to do?
I'm going to lay on hands myself.
Okay.
Giving myself the last 5 hit points of my lay on hands. And am I able to get the horse to take the dodge action?
Yes, but that will slow the horse down. It won't be able to dash.
Oh, keep going. Keep going.
I'm going to keep going.
Okay. Buddy Knox.
Are we gonna lose him? I'm gonna keep taking shots behind me, so I'm like spinning around like any which way I can. Again, on the one that I injured earlier, I get a 15 to hit.
A hit.
For 5 damage.
That sends her tumbling from the saddle, and the horse rides off as well.
And then I turn to the next one and take a shot, getting a 16 to hit.
A hit, palpable hit.
For 9 damage.
That leaves him bloodied, but not enough to kill him.
And I'm just gonna keep riding, and I have my my horse dash.
All of them are gonna shoot at you, buddy, because you're the only one making ranged attacks.
Ah! This might be it.
I get
going.
a 19, a 15, a 10, a natural 1, and a 12.
1 hits.
Only
my gosh.
1 hit. Wow. That's gonna be 5 damage.
Oh!
Austin, what are you gonna do?
I hand Wyatt the reins and I turn so that like I'm facing him, and I throw a javelin at the one that the Buddy hit.
Okay.
Getting a 22
To hit.
and that's going to be for 6 more damage.
Okay, and they tumble from the saddle.
Can I throw 2 I can throw 2 javelin, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So were any of these previously injured by me?
None of them now. No.
All right. Well, then I'm just going to throw a javelin at the next one. This one right here. I'm going to imagine that's a hit. That's going to be a 25, and it's going to be for 7 damage.
Javelin grazes the rider, but they're still in the saddle. Wyatt.
All right, I'm now in the reins of this horse, spurring it forward, and so dash. I'm going to use my channel divinity for abjure enemy. So what I'm going to do is I can pick one creature within 60 feet that I can see, and I'm going to
Is
pick.
abjure enemy restricted to creature types? Double check.
So it says one creature,
One creature. Okay, perfect.
and I want to choose a horse.
Okay.
Whatever horse is like closer to us.
Okay.
And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
It gets a 6.
Yeah, it gets frightened and its speed is reduced to 0.
Woo!
For a
Okay.
Stops in his tracks.
It gets long abandoned and stops in its tracks, and so it falls far behind. and is out of the race. Alrighty. Which of you is the most grievously injured? Is any of you bloodied?
I am.
I have 11 health.
Okay, you
I'm
are.
at 15.
Just bloodied.
Okay. They're gonna keep firing at Buddy Knox then.
But it knocks.
Getting a 17, a 19, and a 13.
2 hits.
Two
This
hits?
might be it. This might be it.
For a total of 12 damage.
That's enough. So Buddy takes 1 and he thinks he's okay, and then the second one hits him.
Oh.
Buddy
And he
Knox
slumps
tumbles
over
from the
on-
saddle, falls to the ground. The horse, and this is the horse that doesn't know what was going on, so it just keeps going.
New cinnamon 9.
Buddy
Come
Knox,
back.
you're on the ground. Give me a death saving throw.
Wait. Oh,
16.
Oh, sorry, Austin, it's your turn. I'm sorry, I skipped Austin.
oh, that's okay. I mean, I see Buddy go down, and I yell, "Buddy, no!" But I'm not gonna stop. I'm sorry. There's no stopping right now. And we have the things that we need, and we need to live.
Can I yell out like a "Go on without me"? Tell the Knight Commander I played a really good ballad.
Yeah. Oh man. And I'm gonna throw a javelin at the guy that I hit last time.
Okay,
Getting. Ugh.
how many
10 to
javelins you
hit?
got left?
Oh boy. We're tracking that, eh?
Well, you threw
Yeah.
2 already, and they're not coming back. Roll me a d6.
You rolled a 6.
Okay, so that's how many javelins you have.
All
So
right.
you've thrown 3 already, so you got 3 javelins left.
All right. So I got a 10 to hit with that
It's a
javelin.
miss.
All right. I throw another one at the same guy. That's a little better. I get another 22.
A hit.
And that's going to be on that same guy I hit last time. That is going to be 8 damage.
Is 1 hit point left.
Oh, man. And I spur the horse, leaving Buddy in the dust as he rolls away.
Wyatt, what are you gonna do?
You can use my javelins. They're
Can
hanging
I?
on my side.
How
Yeah.
many javelins do you have left? Sorry.
I have 2 left.
All right, I'm gonna take them. I guess I need to know. It's I don't have any javelins. Kelly, just tell me what I need to roll.
Roll your strength plus proficiency to hit. Basically, your same attack mod. as always.
23 to hit.
It's a
And
hit.
it's a D6.
It's D6
D6?
plus your strength.
4 damage.
All right. That
And you know
takes-
what? I'm going to use my bonus action to Thunderous Smite.
It's got to be a melee attack for thunder.
Oh.
Smite. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does. Sorry.
And don't worry, that
It
was the
does.
1 hit point guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
But you have 1 more.
There's only one more person left.
There's 2.
2 more.
Oh. You know what? Do we have any healing?
I'm out.
I throw the javelin. And
All
I stay
right.
on the horse. No, critical miss.
Oh. All
My
right.
last javelin.
They're gonna fire some shots at. They're gonna shoot Austin. I get a natural 1 and an 18 to hit.
Block it.
Austin, it's your turn. They
Oh.
pursue. They might have trampled over Buddy as they went along.
I mean, I got nothing. Like I have no
Why do we have to
javelins.
flavor text that? You just
Like
trample over.
well, what can I do?
Can it just be like this long shot of a smash guitar in the road? Like a
Oh
blue
yeah, the guitar's definitely smashed.
There's like
they
just dust
yeah.
over it.
Oh.
I am all out of anything and everything. So I am just going to spur the horse to go as fast as humanly possible. Is there any sort of like something along the road? Is there like I don't know. I'm like looking for a way that I can like impede their movement behind me or something. Like I don't know. Probably not.
Give me a perception check.
That's going to be 18.
18. Looks like you're coming up on Brocken Hollow, the abandoned town.
I'm going to beeline it towards Brocken Hollow to kind of veer through the streets and like start. I'm gonna do my professional horse riding to try to lose them in Brocken Hollow.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you're taking the dodge action now, so they've got disadvantage on their attacks against you.
Okay.
Alrighty, Buddy Knox, give me a death save.
A 5.
Okay, that's one failure. They're going to fire, seeing that Austin's spurting in the saddle, they're going to shoot at Wyatt. They get a 21 and a 10 to hit Wyatt.
21 hits.
For 5 damage. I think it's Wyatt's turn. I might have skipped. Wyatt, what are you going to do?
Man, there's not much I can do at this point because we're still far away. I'm just going to use the dodge action.
All right. And Austin?
Veering into the streets, I'm going to like try to break line of sight with them and then turn down an alleyway and like keep winding. I'm going to try to wind my way out of line of view.
Okay.
Of the last 2 riders.
You come into the town. The riders continue to pursue you. And in the town itself, give me a athletics check to see if you get ahead enough from them to lose them.
21.
All right. Driving the horse hard, you're able to turn a bend really rapidly. It's a crossroads of town, but you veer down a gap between 2 of the houses. As they come out and as they continue to pursue, you could drive the horse and get up within melee range of them. Or you could keep running away.
I'm going to keep running.
All right. You keep running. You drive the horse hard. You losing the tail of the 2 riders. On the other side of town, looks like you come out the other direction. Are you going to leave Buddy to his fate?
Gotta complete my mission.
All right. Buddy, let's see if Buddy stabilizes and wakes up in the dirt. So you got one failure and 1 success, correct?
Yep.
Okay, keep rolling them. Let's see if you get to success.
Which way we go?
Yep.
I just rolled a 20.
So
Really?
I want to like.
Okay. So
Yes, buddy!
Nice. Okay, so this is what I imagine happens.
Run away.
Wyatt and Austin managed to lose the pursuit. And the next morning, tired and broken, they stumble back into camp to give the report to the night captain. One of the Silver Order Knights says, "But what happened to Buddy Knox?" And just as you're about to open your mouth and say he fell, there on the horizon, playing a patched up guitar, barely alive, half alive, on a stolen horse.
Austin grabs his chest and he's just like, "Buddy, I should have never doubted you. I should have never doubted you, buddy."
See the sunrise come out up behind him.
Yeah, as the sun rises,
yeah,
it's shining behind me.
Yeah,
I haven't rolled a 20 this whole 2 episodes.
I imagine it is just like the scene in the artwork that you drew, where it's like he's coming up over the horizon and the sun rising, playing that broken string guitar.
There's much rejoicing from the Silver Order.
What
You can't
song?
even hear the
What?
guitar. The guitar isn't even
survived.
working. It's like it's mangled. Like all the strings are broken.
So
It's
Adam.
in two pieces.
Buddy, what song are you singing?
Yeah, what song are you singing?
Riding home. I'm barely alive. I got left behind, but I made it out fine. There's a mission to work. There's a mission of light. We came here, we did what we had to do, and we put up a fight. and he's like, the horse is doing most of the work keeping him on.
Amazing.
Buddy Knox.
So good.
Superstar.
Curled up in the pages of the report, of the ledger that you recovered back, there is a mention of a destination for the soul delirium in Todsfeld and Aschhafen, amongst names that call to the nobles and the dukes that live there. Towns that perhaps might be in the pathway of a certain set of erstwhile heroes on a mission from the Amethyst Academy. Who knows what awful seeds those shipments of delirium will have planted in store when we return to the shadows of Drakkenheim.
Yeah.
But that's where we're going to end for the night.
Wow.
I can't believe we didn't die.
I can't believe you didn't die either.
We made it through all of
had
Untold
no
Tales. Nobody
It's
died in
unhealing.
Untold Tales.
And not for lack of trying.
No, like
No, we made a lot of death saving throws.
This was our by far most winging it mission, though. This for sure took the winging it prize.
Yeah.
this was the dirtiest mission. Like nothing went well for anybody. Like it was a crapshoot from the beginning, and it continued to be a crapshoot until the very, very end. Wow. Wild West, man. It's the
I should've
Wild
just-
West.
Yeah, that's so funny.
So good.
We're going straight.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. Well played. A huge thank you to our crew, as always, Kelly, Jill, and Joe, for being such an amazing set of players. Dark stories all along the way. The Untold Tales of Drakkenheim have been a very fun romp, and it's been a pleasure to see all of you coming up with such creative characters week after week.
Yeah, I'm excited to go back to one character I get to sink my teeth into. But it was fun. It was fun to experiment and to just not care as much about the wacky things that we got to do.
Yeah.
And I want to say a huge thank you to Monty Martin, our dungeon master, for throwing together. So it's hard work putting together characters for a one shot, but it's even harder work to throw together great stories every single week, especially when your players just take them off the rails immediately. So congratulations, Monty,
awesome.
on proving
Yeah.
Well
time
done,
and time
Monty.
again how great you are at telling a
Thank
story
you,
and weaving
guys.
it. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Dealing with our shenanigans.
And dealing with all of our crazy
Yeah,
shenanigans.
yeah.
I reveal it was me all along.
What?
So,
Oh, man.
for those of you wondering along and following along with us as we've been playing our little side games, of course, you can always find us on YouTube as well, where we post new videos every Thursday and now every other Tuesday as well. Starting next week, we're going to have some new videos coming out every other Tuesday too. So check that out at youtube.com/dungeon_dudes.
And don't forget to check out our Patreon. If you're enjoying the work that we're doing, please think about supporting us on Patreon. You can find that by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes. Also, if you join our Patreon, you get to take part in our amazing Discord community. All 4 of us are there. So is Kyle on occasion. And you can come and chat with all of us. And you can also join in on our Discord monthly writers' room chats that Monty and I and others will be joining in on. So please come. If you're joining us on Patreon, make sure to check out the Discord. It is a really fun place to talk about all things Drakkenheim, all things D&D, and any other nerdy stuff that you feel like talking with us about.
Oh man, I lost what I was going to say. With regards to Patreon. Oh yeah, well, just a giant thank you to our Patreon supporters. Their generosity and support has made it possible for us to continue live streaming during the current global climate and discover all this magic and stuff. And in addition, a big thank you to our patrons. A big thank you to the artists at Neutral Party, 2 Minute Tabletop, the assets of Dungeon Fog, and as well Dungeon Draft, and all those awesome people. I've been using all their art assets in the maps that we made through the Untold Tales, and we'll continue to be using those going forward. So check those out if you're wondering where all these maps came from. It's a variety of sources. I use what works for me, so check them out. They're super awesome map makers.
And don't forget to check us out live. Now, not next Tuesday, but we are coming back on the 11th of August with the continuation of Season 2 of the Drakkenheim series, Shadows of Drakkenheim. If you haven't caught the first 8 episodes of that series...
7.
Sorry, 7 episodes. Only 7. If you haven't caught the first 7 episodes of that series, you can find those on YouTube. You have 2 weeks to get caught up so that you can join us for Shadows of Drakkenheim, which will continue on August 11th.
Woo!
So we film live on Twitch from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find that at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. And you can watch all the previous episodes of those shows on our YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, the when we do come back for Shadows of Drakkenheim, I do expect that the first time we come back might be a little bit of a refresher and an episode and a half. So it might be like episode 7.5. We'll see as we get back into the swing of things. But yes, we will be back earnestly for that. For the time being, most likely we will be continuing the campaign playing remotely as we have been, and we'll be continuing to monitor the situation and see when we can get everyone back in the studio once more. Kelly and I are in a bubble, so we are filming together in person for our main episodes once again, so that'll be super cool. And we're just going to continue to play things by ear and see when we can get everything back to good times rolling dice together in person.
Don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store, where you can find all of your favorite Dungeon Dudes t-shirts, including things like Troll Killer and Yes, and some new ones from Shadows of Drakkenheim. You can check it out at bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch.
That is all for the Untold Tales of Drakkenheim. I'm sure there will be many more, but we will see you next time in the Shadows of Drakkenheim.